Last time on the results-driven fitness show.
Where are the results?
Welcome back, everybody. This is the results-driven fitness show. On this week's episode, we're talking about the most important meal of the day, breakfast. A lot of people ask us, well, since I'm coming to the gym now, what should I eat for breakfast? We're here to answer that question. This is episode 30, the Dirty 30 episode. Let's get started.
Where are the results?
Welcome back, everybody. How do you start your day? Is it with Folgers in your cup? Do you have a bowl of Frosted Flakes or just nothing? Our show is geared towards people who have busy lives. We understand that managing time is an obstacle, so we try and lay out solutions for people so they can be successful. Breakfast is something that has ties to growing up. I know when I was growing up, I'd argue with my dad pretty consistently that breakfast isn't the most important meal of the day, lunch is. Because if you don't have breakfast, then what meal saves you? Obviously, I was a little jerk. When we're growing up with breakfast, what are the typical options? Breakfast, we'd have pancakes, waffles, Apple Jacks, Cheerios, Pop-Tarts, maybe eggs. But then as we get older, we're expected to make more appropriate choices. Oatmeal or eggs. Those seem to be the two most adult breakfast choices for most of us. Well, this episode of the fitness show is dedicated to helping you find the right breakfast for you. When it comes to breakfast, I want you to think, wait for it, Outback Steakhouse. Not blooming onions and mediocre steak, but their slogan, no rules, just right. Anything goes with breakfast. It's just another meal. What constitutes a meal at RD? In a perfect world, we want to see you have a protein, a vegetable, and a healthy fat on your plate. So your standard egg could fall into that category. Eggs actually check off two parts of the meal because they include protein and a healthy fat. But what are other good choices for breakfast besides eggs? Well, if breakfast is just another meal, then any other food will do. Try to check off those three boxes: protein, fat, and vegetables. My schedule has changed over the years while working here. For a long time, I had a regular food break at 8 a.m. in the morning, so I had to figure out what to have at that time. My breakfast choice some days was chili or chicken with baked vegetables. Sometimes it was salmon and green beans and rice. Whatever I had the night before for dinner typically became what I had for breakfast the next day. Just like with fitness, sometimes we put ourselves in a box and we say, these are the exercise choices that I'm going to do. Just like sometimes we say, these are the only things that I can eat for breakfast. If you can rid yourself of the shackles of what breakfast is, then maybe you can start to eat breakfast in the morning because you're not worried about making breakfast. All you have to do is toss your food in the microwave and then you can eat and get on with your day. Now, what if the morning is really busy and you have a hard time finding the time to eat? Can you have a snack? Something small. When I used to work the 5:45 a.m. shifts, I'd have to leave my house in Newburgh by 4:50 to get here on time. There was no chance that I was going to microwave or eat anything, but I knew it was still important to get something in my belly because next time I would eat probably wouldn't be for another 4 hours. So ask yourself, what snacks do I like? Can I prepare shakes the night before? Do I like yogurt? Do I like cottage cheese? Can I chop up vegetables with some rolled up turkey or hummus? The first habit we work on with a lot of people here is just eating frequently. So how frequently do you eat? We recommend eating every 2 to 4 hours, so having breakfast is important to meet that goal and getting an appropriate amount of calories for your day. So when it comes to breakfast, remember, it doesn't have to be eggs. It can be whatever you want it to be. Think Outback Steakhouse. No rules, just right. Make sure it includes protein, vegetables, and fat for your breakfast. Notice that there are no starches on this list, guys, so try to avoid your typical cereals, oatmeal, and bread unless you worked out that morning. I hope these recommendations can help change the way you look at breakfast and can actually help you get that most important meal of the day. Just ask Big Steve. Thanks for joining us for another episode of the Results Driven Fitness Show. Please make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, follow us on all the social media platforms we exist on. Thanks for watching. We appreciate your attention and your support. See you next week.